Silverstone Grand Prix circuit in a Ferrari 488 challenge. So starting in a slightly weird place but coming down towards the Vale, bringing the car back to the right hand side, looking for the marker board, big brake pressure, getting the car slowed down for the left hander before keeping it neat and tidy and opening up the right hander. Carry the speed through at a very small feather of the throttle for the right hand kink onto the old new pit straight, being mindful of those track limits on the left hand side. Heading over the pit straight now, hard onto the brakes, bleed off very quickly, carry the speed through the apex, let the car run all the way out to the left hand side and a small feather of the throttle pedal for the left hander afar. Bring the car back to the right, a big brake pressure, all the way in towards the tight hairpin, get the car down to third gear, bring the car 2/3 of the way car back across the track, get it stopped, third gear still, let the car run out to the right hand side, opening up the corner onto the Wellington straight, a very small feather of the throttle pedal and across the curb. Heading down the back straight, take a breather. Here's a good chance to check your mirrors, check what's around you. Take 5 seconds to breathe. Look at the right hand side, start to the curb, carry the braking all the way in. We're going to bring the car down to fourth gear, take all the apex curb we can, let the car run to the right, keep it right, down to third. Let the car roll through the corner. Keep it in neat and tidy before chasing that power on, using all the available track on the left hand side before heading through Woodcock corner. Absolutely flat out before we charge up to Cops. Mindful of the Ferrari challenge car there on the right. Over the start finish line, onto the brakes, just before the arrow board, carry the speed in. We need to get all over the inside curb, carry good speed through, let the car run out, be mindful of the curbs on the exit for track limits. Bring the car back to the right for Maggots and Beckett's, keep to the right, carry a lot of speed in, brake on the curb, down one gear, over the curb on the right, let the car run, brake, down one more gear, keep the car neat and tidy, straight towards the next corner, keep it in, fourth gear still, hard onto the power and get a good exit onto the hanger straight before letting the car run out to the right hand side. So we head down the hanger straight, diagonally to the left hand side, looking for the arrow marker on the left. Nice big brake pressure when we get to the arrow marker, hard on the brakes, down 2 gears, carry the speed in, bring the car in nice and early to the apex, make sure we get a good clean throttle application for the exit, being mindful of those track limits. So let's now take a second look at that lap with a little more detail involved. Onto the brakes just before the arrow marker on the right hand side. We're going to go for a big brake pressure, get the car slowed right down for the slow apex on our left hand side. Keep the car neat and tidy here, which will open the corner up for the right hander before letting the car run all the way out. Be mindful of the curb on the left here. Ease off the throttle, just a very small feather to let the car carry good speed through and good exit. Be very mindful of the curbing on the left hand side. The black and white is our track limit marker. Heading down the pit straight past the new pits, onto the brake for Abbey. It's a very small brake compared to the other places. Bleed out the brakes quite quickly, carry the speed through the apex and letting the car run all the way to the left hand side. We're going to take a very small feather of the throttle as we go through the left hander and let the car run to the right hand side, bringing the car back to the left. Big brake pressure now for the hairpin, hard onto the brakes when we're down to third gear. Roll the car in, be patient with the throttle pedal, still no gas yet, let the car turn before getting hard on the power and driving the car back to the right. Onto the brakes, again keeping it in third gear, keep the car neat and tidy, patience with the throttle pedal before getting on the power hard to send the car down the Wellington straight. There'll be a small feather of the throttle as we go through the left hander here, carry good speed through. Full power down the straight now, again take a breather, here's a good chance to catch your breath for a second before another busy section of circuit. Looking to the right hand side for the curb, that's our starting reference point for our braking point down into Brooklands. Carry good speed through, down to fourth. I'm going to try and get all over this curb on the inside, I just miss it here on this lap, but let the car run out to the right hand side, good power, keep right. As we go straight now, we're going to brake in a straight line, let the car run in, let the car roll through speed through the corner, try to avoid prodding the throttle pedal before stamping on it hard on the exit and getting good power and good grip over the start finish line to start the next lap. As we head through Woodcock, just caught out by this little challenge car here, having a little bit of a moment, but it's easy flat. Heading over the start finish line now, looking for the arrow marker on our left, and it'll be a big firm brake when we get down there. Good over 100 bar brake pressure, bleed off, carry the speed in. Take a lot of speed through the apex before looking up towards our exit and being mindful of the exit track limits. The black and white again is our track limit. Heading back to the right hand side of the circuit now, quick check in the mirror before we cross the blend line, before we turn in for Maggots and Beckett's. Turn in absolutely flat out, make sure we get the car lined up in a straight line for a big firm brake, down one gear, fifth gear through the first right hander, all the curb on the right, let the car run out to the left before on the brakes once again, down to fourth, keep it in neat and tidy. We're going to line the car up straight, On the brakes, keep it in tidy. Be very patient with the throttle pedal. Once the car's turned, we can get on the power and fire the car down the long hanger straight. Again, let the car run out to the right on the exit, trying to minimize any steering lock we use, and that'll keep the car up to good speed. Heading down the hanger straight now, looking for the arrow marker on our left hand side. That's our braking reference for stow. We're going to get down there, and again, it'll be a big stop on the brakes, over 100 bar of brake pressure, and it'll be down 2 gears for stow complex. As we turn in, carry the speed into the apex, be nice and patient with it before getting on the power and driving it out of the corner. Good luck, I'll see you on Friday.